Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I posted my latest video. Actually, a lot of things happened to my life recently. I've done my wedding in Japan and I spent some time in Japan before that. And we went to Europe for our honeymoon for about 5 weeks. Those things gave me so much new perspective and also motivated me to kind of renew my channel. I'm not gonna make new channel. I'm not gonna change the concept. It will be still about my life in Sydney, but I want to make content which is more real. I realized that there is plenty 海外系 YouTuber, which I believe I'm part of, but I'd like to share more real life. It's not only good things. My English is still not perfect, and I still struggle with my work as well. But that's the reality, right? I really hope this channel helps any of you guys. If you are interested in those things, please subscribe my channel. If you have any question or request, please put the comment down below. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys might thinking that, who are you? I am sharing my life in Sydney in this channel. Also on my Instagram, I'm sharing some short videos about daily English conversation. And today I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Shiomi. I'm currently living in Sydney. I was born and raised in Osaka, Japan. And after graduated uni, I moved to Tokyo for my work. And after a while, I moved to Sydney, Australia. As sharing learning English, I'd like to talk about my English background. I hated learning English back then when I was a student, ever since I started to learn English in school. Because I preferred some things that I can get a clear answer, which is like mathematics. So I still remember that was the second semester of my first year junior high. The grammar lesson was about can/cannot. And then I was like, oh, now I can say I cannot speak English. So I kind of don't need added in that. When I think about it now, it sounds like so stupid. But even back then, I was so into mathematics and science because I was really into figure out the specific answer. And I still remember when I was taking Japanese and English classes, I've asked to my teachers like, is it correct? But they were like, oh, you can say blah, blah, blah as well. So I was like, can't you decide one of those answers? I want one specific answer. But when I was in high school, I studied English quite hard. I still remember when I went to after school, first time, I took an English exam to figure out what is my English level is. But my English teacher started my first lesson from be verb. And I was saying like, I right, blah, blah, blah. So I was kind of mixing be verb and normal verb in the same sentence. So I studied from that level. And then I studied very hard for my university exam, which I feel like most of you guys who went to university need to do that. And then unfortunately, I failed the university where I wanted to go. And somehow I picked information technology as my major, which was one of the closest university from my home. I was like, if I can't go to that uni, which I wanted to go the most, if I fail it, I was like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. And then I turned university, and then I needed to take some English lectures, which the professor was English native speaker. I still remember in the first lecture of that class, the teacher was speaking English for entire 90 minutes, but I didn't understand any single word. I was like, I struggled so much to learn English, but do I not understand anything? I personally like talk to other people. I really like talking to other people. So I was like, I studied that much, but I even cannot use this for communication. That's what I felt in the first class. And then I started to research about studying abroad. I wanted to learn English to actually communicate to other people. And my university actually had a program to kind of exchange student to study abroad to one of the university which has relationship with my original university. Then I can take some of the courses in that university, and then I can exchange the classes credit to my original university. So I don't need to take a break. I can graduate my original university after 4 years. So I started to study a little bit harder to take some amount of the English score to get my scholarship. And then I finally made to study abroad to one of the university in Toronto, Canada. I was second year university back then. How do you say? Sophomore in university. I was second year. That was second semester, I believe. And I went to Canada with basically kind of zero English level. I still remember in immigration when I arrived there. I guess I didn't have enough documents for my student visa. They kept asking me that, but I freaking had no idea what they were asking to me. So I kept saying, yeah. And then finally they took me to like one of the really tiny room. I freaked out, then gave them like every single documents what I had in the back. They found the documents what they needed, then finally they let me go. So I started from that level, and I really feel like I'm the cheap ass. So I kind of calculated the total cost, how much I spent for that studying abroad. Then I calculated so basically how much I spend every day. Like I just divided from 6 months. Then it said I spend 15,000 yen per day in terms of how much I totally paid to make this studying abroad, like flights, insurance, tickets, homestay, meals, everything. That was like 15,000 yen. So I felt like I need to make something more than 15,000 yen every day. Even when I think about it now, I'm such a cheap ass. But anyways, that made me to force me to speak English every single day a lot. So I've talked about it in the other videos. If you haven't checked it, please check from down below. But yeah, I try to talk to strangers, minimum 1 strangers every day. And then I believe my English got so much better. I made so much friends. I learned so much new cultures, multiple cultures. Then, yeah, I came back to Japan. And ever since I studied in Canada, I realized I'd like to work in overseas in the future, which means I need specific skills other than English. Before I went to Canada, even my major was information technology. I was not that interested in it, but tech skill can be really my strength if I want to work in overseas. That really made me to study my major much harder. So when I went back to Japan, I joined one of the laboratory, which was about ICT business. So one of the things I did in the laboratory was like I launched this startup business with my classmates with some technology, and I really enjoyed it. My position was like, we just call it presenter. I always did pitch speech to all CEOs and investors, and we even went to like startup competition from university, also like with other adults as well. But COVID came, a lot of things happened, and I got a job offer from, I guess, one of the biggest IT company in Japan. That was a Japanese company, so that wasn't even global or like gaishike. And then I just moved to Tokyo for my work. In terms of my career background, my entire career was in tech industry. As a graduate, I was working as system engineer. I really enjoyed it. My specific position was like pre-sales engineer, which is like showing demonstration webinars to prospective client and also existing client to do upsell and cross-sell. I really found my strength through that position. Obviously, I was good at picking up new technology, which we cannot ignore in the tech industry. Everything is keep updating. But at the same time, I realized I like and also good at communicate to other people. So I was working on that position. And then when the COVID got better, I realized I kept wanting to work in abroad. And then I made a huge decision. I actually came to Australia for a trip this time to see, do I really want to live here or not? Ever since I've lived in Canada, especially Toronto, that was really multicultural. So I kept thinking I want to live somewhere like that. Sydney people are really similar to Toronto. Like everyone came from different places. So many people immigrated here. Only one difference for me was like weather. Back in Toronto, that was very cold. I was kind of depressed because of the weather. But in Sydney, the weather is absolutely amazing. So when I came to Sydney first time as a trip, I decided to I'm gonna live here. And I decided to come to Australia. After trip, in 3 months, I actually came to Australia as a working holiday visa. And I applied so much jobs. I worked on my job hunting and I got my current work. I guess I'm gonna talk about it in a different video. But I've talked how I got the job already as a working holiday. If you're curious about it, please check the other video. And one of the last topic is why I started to create videos. Why? Because that became one of my next dream. Before I came to Australia, my future dream was always to work in overseas. And I moved to Australia, I got the job. It's still tough. That was very hard to get that position. But at the same time, I was kind of burned out. I felt like I lost my dream. I felt I lost my passion. But at the same time, a lot of people have the same dream as you had. So you can help those people who wants to work in overseas like you did. So I started to make a YouTube channel and started to post on Instagram. My English was still not perfect. My English was but much, much worse. So I want to tell you guys that even I made it. Why don't you try it? And then I made this YouTube video. I got so much reaction from you guys, questions, a lot of direct messages. Even some of you guys cheered me up as well. I really, really appreciate to get all my subscribers and also whoever watching these videos. But I really hope that I can do something only I can do. So there's so many people sharing their life in overseas. But I sometimes do that too, but we kind of try to show in a good part. Obviously, that's social media. I sometimes to show some party with my friend, which seems like really overseas life. But that's not only it. I was really depressed when I started my job. That was very hard. Of course, I kept feeling like every single time when I speak to any coworker or clients, I kept feeling like, do I sound stupid? Am I not saying something stupid? Am I saying something correct? Or like, do I have any mistake in terms of grammar or vocabulary? Like I kept worrying about it. So those are serious real life I feel like that's the thing to live in overseas. But those, I guess, negative things doesn't come out on social media, but it's part of me. It's part of my life. And if not much people do it, why don't I do it? Right? So even previous videos, I was very worried about my English. I was very careful not to make mistake, but I don't make mistake, but I still work here. I still live here. That's reality. That's the reality. So as I renewed my channel, I really hope I can empower everyone who wants to try new thing or come to overseas or try to work in overseas. Any of you guys. All right. So that was quick my self-introduction about announcement for my YouTube channel, kind of. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe my channel. That really motivates me to create new videos. And if you have any requests for my future videos, please put the comment down below. And see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.